Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who do not know who I am Marquita, owner of Alchemy Soul. I am grateful that you decided to stop by here today. Here on this channel, I'm still developing everything that I wish to talk about, but more so, I'm just sharing my life stories and my experiences walking in the spiritual realm, and also just being a light and empowerment to everyone who needs it. So, if that's something that you would enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about 5 of the biggest lessons that I learned in 2022. This year has been, for me, personally, and I know for a lot of people as well, it has been a year of spiritual warfare. When I tell you that spirit has been kicking my behind and we have been battling, it has felt like a battle anyway. We haven't been battling, but it has felt like a battle to walk in this life this year. So the first lesson that I learned for 2022 heading into 2023 is to keep pursuing your dreams no matter how life comes at you, right? And as I spoke already, like this year has been a year of spiritual warfare. And for me personally, I had to really sit down and think about, like, life is always going to be coming at you. Like, something is always going to occur. Like, that's just the spectrum of life, right? So, where there are highs, you got to have some lows. Like, this is just law, right? As I talked about in one of my videos, a little bit about law of polarity. Like, there's two ends of the spectrum always. So before you can even know what happiness is and joy is within yourself, you have to experience some sadness. You have to experience some rough times. And no matter how you look at it, like, it's still all on the spectrum. So that's why I would say that it feels like this year it has been a battle because like the spectrum was just on one end for most of the year. And personally, I dealt with many, um, many battles, like small battles within myself. But more so, I say keep pursuing your dreams no matter how life comes at you, because it's always gonna be something. It's always going to be something. For me, this year with being a new mother, I learned that I still have to pursue my dreams and I still have to do the things that I want to do, even while being a mother. And in fact, it pushes me even more to continue because now I have somebody looking at me. I can't put things to a halt, so to speak, just because now I have another mouth to feed. I have to trust in the divine. I have to trust in spirit that all of my resources will be put in place for the both of us, because now you're not only working with my energy, but we're also working with her energy, and we're in it together, right? So I just take that, her coming here and being here as a huge blessing to the whole picture of things. So that's my first lesson. 2022 for me has been your boundaries or lack thereof teaches other people how to treat you, right? So I went into a relationship and I did not uphold my individual boundaries. I did not speak on them. I did not set them. I didn't even probably know what it really even meant during the time to have boundaries. But as I evolved and I've grown and I've shifted, I realized that there are some non-negotiables that I'm not willing to deal with. And there are some things that I required as a level of respect that were not honored. So I had to be okay with shifting and making room for the people that will provide that for me and will uphold and respect my boundaries. So it definitely is. It is a little bit of a challenge to shift into that because it's a part of your power. As you're learning and as you're shifting into yourself as a whole, you'll learn what you individually require. It is not for anybody to tell you that your boundaries are not realistic because they're yours, right? And so if people are around you and they don't respect them, you have to be okay with letting those relationships and those people like go. And even if they don't respect them, like you put the boundary in place, if they don't respect that, like you have an obligation to yourself. That's a boundary, right? That's a self boundary. You have an obligation to yourself to make sure that people are respecting your boundaries. So if you don't have them, if you don't have them set, if they're weak, then people will treat you how you have told them to treat you. And so for me, this year was about shedding a lot of that, shedding a lot of relationships and people that just was not respectful to me. Third lesson of 2022 is that the ego cannot die. It has to be grounded, right? The ego does not die. It has to be grounded. And what I mean by that is that the ego is meant to keep you safe, secure, comfortable, and that's fine. But it also, if you're just living from a place of ego, then it's also going to keep you in the box. It's going to keep you safe, secure, and comfortable. It's not going to help you evolve or push you to the next level. So the reason why I say that it is needed, but it has to be grounded, is because our roots, the first chakra that comes online, is our ground. But you have to know it and feel it from within. So safety, security, and comfort is built within, but then you come outside and step outside of the box and do things that um, takes you outside of your comfort zone. And this is where you challenge the ego. I'm definitely thinking about doing a whole series on what it means to ground your ego, because it's definitely a layered lesson of the year. But for the time being, that is my third lesson of the year, and I am on to my fourth. Is there is always a starting point, and I say that to say this: just do it. Whatever it is, just start. Start where you are. Start with what you have, and allow yourself to evolve and grow and expand within it. For me, this is new. I'm starting. I'm starting with where I am, with what I have. I have been speaking for years, but this is totally different because I'm learning different things that I have to do to shift and make things better, as I've evolved in my speaking. So, this is one of the many things, creating a YouTube channel, something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. But because I felt like I didn't have all the tools that I needed, then it stopped me. And that was ego. That was a part of ego. But stepping outside of that comfort zone, stepping and being secure and safe in who I am, my ability to speak, my ability to convey a message, but also my ability to use the resources that I have and get outside of my comfort zone. So, yeah, just start wherever you are, start with it and just do it and keep doing it. And you will be so proud of yourself at the end of the day. Your power, your capacity, and how you show up in it is defined by you. And what I mean by that is nobody can tell you the capacity that you have to show up in different spaces. Only you can do that. And your power is in knowing that you can convey that with confidence and without fear of reaction, right? Your power is knowing who you are and just the things that you can accomplish if you really, remove the limitations. I am definitely going to do a whole series on your power, walking in your power, and what that even means, because I will have a book dropping pretty soon entitled Walk in Your Power. But um, neither here nor there. I am here as the final lesson of life. It's not just a lesson of 2022, but this is a lesson of life. Your power is defined by you. Your capacity to show up in your power is defined by you. You get to choose all of it. It's your choice. Power and choice, power and vulnerability, power and so many things. So, yeah, it is your blessing going into 2023 that you have the ability to be, do, and have everything that you wish to accomplish.